Oh, the drama surrounding Jennifer Lawrence's nude photo. So you guys know the one. She looks hot in the Vanity Fair Hollywood issue. She has the boa constrictor. She's like, you know the photo, Brett.
Yes,
yeah.
I do.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Just trying to mask my perviness by just being generally weird.
Yeah. Okay, so what's really interesting about the story is one media outlet, and we're not going to say the name because we don't know the name, because Gossip Cop debunked this and they won't even say the name. So this one media outlet, what they did is they drew up this whole story that Jennifer Lawrence didn't want to do this photo shoot because of the Sony leak and her hacked nude photos, and she didn't feel comfortable, and it took the editor of the magazine to convince her to do it a couple of times, and then she finally did it. Well, what Gossip Cop reported was that a month before the Sony leak, she took this photo. So that wasn't even a story. It was just completely made up. Then another interesting point that I want us to talk about is the fact that now a number of different media outlets are kind of using this against her, saying, well, now that you've posed nude, you really have no more argument against privacy.
Ugh.
Yeah. Thoughts? 5 words or less.
Let's boa constrict her.
Yes, Bree.
Controlled nudity.
I love Katniss's bow.
Hacked photos against J-Law. Because it's against the law, and they're using them against her.
Yes.
Which is bullshit. I heard J like verbally get upset.
I was like, nah, girl.
And that's her really upset. That's as upset as she gets.
But yes, this is absolute bullshit.
Right.
Her body, her choice. It was her choice to take these beautiful photos that are tasteful. Tasteful, gorgeous. It was an homage.
Nastasia Kinski.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Nastasia Kinski.
And she controls the release. It's beautiful. There are edits, obviously, to make sure that she looks as beautiful as possible. And it's controlled visibility.
Right.
It's not just someone who sometimes we don't look great. And even if we're nude, we don't look very hot. And those photos you don't want released. You just don't.
Plus the photos that I sent to my boyfriend or girlfriend, it's like, that's us having our own private moment.
It's private. Yes.
Not in full hair and makeup.
She gave her consent. How do people not understand the difference between authorizing consent and not?
People, guys over at whatever, saying she no longer has a right to privacy. Here's the difference.
Yes, Brett.
Just imagine someone touching your balls.
Yes.
Okay, now, if you give them permission to touch your balls, that's great. But just some stranger coming up and touching your balls, you wouldn't like that, would you?
Yes.
You want to be in control of who touches your balls.
Absolutely.
And that's why I founded a new situation called balltouchersforjlaw.com.
Oh, Brett.
People sue for sex tapes being released. Well, if they can sue because someone stole their sex tape, but then they can go and pose naked in Playboy, that's still different.
Yeah.
It's still that they are controlling, they are making the decision to be naked in Playboy or to have a sex tape that someone steals.
Yeah, completely agree with you. How shocking is it that the other story, we don't know who put out the story, and I love that Gossip Cop didn't even want to name the name. But how crazy is it they just completely made that up? I mean, we know that tabloids will make up stories, but here's just pure evidence that they just made it up out of thin air.
Yeah.
It was Brian Williams.
It sucks. Yeah, it sucks because, I mean, you go to the grocery store and you see all these headlines on the tabloids, and you just hear it in everyday conversation. Like, people are like, "Did you hear about this?" And my grandmother, who still buys National Enquirer,
she does.
It's like
probably mine too.
I just am like, oh my God, everybody believes absolutely everything.
The problem with tabloids right now is it used to be there was like a production value gap, where I wouldn't trust the ones on normal paper, but if it had a glossy cover like they have reporters. But now the glossy cover ones are just making stuff up too.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now the glossy cover ones, how many times in a row, according to In Touch or one of them, has Kim and Kanye split, but I still see them next to each other at the Grammys. Have some self-respect.
Okay, so what do you think about J-Law's photo? What do you think about all these different media outlets who says that because she posed nude, she no longer has her right to argue privacy? Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, make sure that you follow us on Tumblr and Instagram at The Real Pop Trigger. We'll see you guys next time.